Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's another beautiful day in tropical Ohio. We've got these intense storms coming through here, but it's nice. It's great. It's good for the lawns, good for the trees, so we'll take it. But today I wanted to take the opportunity. I've got Ben in tow in the back. Say hi, Ben. He doesn't talk much. Everybody knows that Teslas are super fun and fast and all that kind of stuff. But here's 10 things I just didn't really know coming into this that Teslas had. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching the Tall Tesla Guy. Starting this out, it was some of these things were a surprise. Some of these things I did my research, like I'm sure you guys did, ahead of time coming into this, so I knew about it a little bit. But then some of the things were just kind of like Easter eggy things that I got when I got the car. That just kind of made it fun. It made the road trip fun. It made the drive fun, the weight fun, everything like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on today. And I'm going to start right out with regen braking. Everybody talks about the range of cars, the range of EVs. They talk about how far you can go, all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that EVs do, and Tesla specifically, is they have regen braking. And regen braking is actually better known as one pedal driving. So basically I drive the entire time with the gas pedal, with the accelerator. I hardly ever use the brake unless there's something that causes me to brake quickly. Something comes out in front of me, I get off the highway a little too fast, that sort of thing. So regen braking is amazing. And actually, when you take your foot off the accelerator, the motors that you have in the car, the electric motors actually start to slow down and stop on their own. Now, other cars will do that too. I know a gas vehicle will stop as well, but not nearly as quick, right? So you can stop within 10, 15 feet in an electric vehicle, and then you get the kind of movement down a little bit, and you can stop even faster. So, well, you just don't get that in a gas vehicle. And on another thing that's kind of amazing about it is it adds power back to the car. So as you're doing regen braking, the car actually recoups all the energy that you used from not using the brake, essentially, and gives it back to you. So you just get the range built up. And we noticed that on some long road trips that we took, where we would leave and it would say that we'll get there with 10% battery left over, something like that. And we end up getting there with about 17, 18, 20% battery. Not all from regen braking, but a lot of it does come from that. So regen braking was a surprise for me. I did not come from an EV vehicle, so I was surprised to see it. I love the one pedal driving. In fact, so much that it's gonna be hard to go back to gas vehicle if I ever do. And it's something that's super cool with Teslas for sure. Another thing that I didn't realize about with Teslas is, I know that it's got this infotainment screen, all that kind of stuff, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but one of the things that's kind of fun, and we have a 2-year-old daughter in the back, you can kind of see the car seat there facing forward, is the Karaoke. Now, Karaoke was something I'd never heard of either, and it's, as you would imagine, it's just like karaoke, only it's in your car. Now, it's designed for the passenger to really do it, obviously, and there's an alert that comes up when you start it to say, hey, I'm not the driver. So my wife will do it when I'm driving. And then our baby in the back can follow along with the words. We sing with it, and she gets excited, sings the words and stuff like that too. So karaoke is definitely a super cool feature with Teslas that I don't think any other EVs have. In fact, most of the other EVs don't have near the entertainment technology aspect that Tesla does. So definitely a cool feature, the karaoke. Now, this is another feature about, it's kind of an odd thing. I know that all the cars have air filters. Obviously, my gas vehicle has an air filter, a cabin air filter, and so does a Tesla. In fact, there's 2 of them in there. Well, what the new Teslas have is this bioweapon defense mode, and they have these 2 super intense HEPA air filters that come with the car, and it actually, you can put it in this bioweapon defense mode, and they have said that this air quality that comes from there is equivalent to what you would see in a air purified room in a hospital. So that intense. Now, he called it the bioweapon defense mechanism. I'm not sure if somebody was going after you with a bioweapon, if it would actually protect you, but it does help with smells and stuff like that. So that's super cool feature. And as I'm almost positive that only Teslas have it, but who knows? Let me know in the comments if you guys have a different EV that's got that same thing. So that was my number 3. So my number 4 is actually the infotainment screen. Now, not just the fun part about it, but I love the fact that the tech is all involved in there. It took me all of about a day to get used to the speedometer being on the right-hand side instead of right in front of me. I don't even mind that anymore. It's perfect. I love the way that it is. I see it every time I'm looking forward to my peripheral vision. But I love the fact that everything is packed into this infotainment screen. Everything from the user manual to the software updates to any of the settings and controls you want to change to, you use the scroll wheels in addition to it, but, changing the mirrors and the lighting inside the car and and all that stuff, opening the doors, locking everything, it's all in this infotainment screen. So it's amazing the technology that they have packed in there. And one thing I love about it more than anything is the fact that they do over-the-air updates. And the over-the-air updates will provide bug fixes and changes. They're talking about a brand new software update coming to this that's going to change the way that it looks. So I love that feature of it. Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. It's amazing with a 2-year-old daughter when we're waiting in the parking lot while my wife's in the store or something like that. It's absolutely amazing for the entertainment feature. Sitting at a supercharger, you can watch TV, which is awesome. So I can't speak enough about this infotainment screen that you have in the middle, this infotainment system that you have there. It's just amazing, everything that you have on top of it. So, and then, you know, these little things that they kind of add to the car, this is my number 5, is the Easter eggs. They're just fun things that they put in there. They didn't need to do that. Like, I know that making the car, you know, pass gas, making it fart emissions isn't really an Easter egg because it is in one of the options. But it is kind of cool. It's funny, you know, it's funny to put that in there. You know, your dad jumps in the car, you can do that to be, you know, a 10-year-old child again. But it's super fun. And it's little things that they didn't have to do, but they just added, and it just kind of adds an added feature to the car that's kind of nice. You know, similarly like Rainbow Road, you know, you push the stalk down 4 times, you're in autopilot, and then the screen lights up in this Rainbow Road and plays Don't Fear the Reaper. Who doesn't need to hear some Don't Fear the Reaper when they're driving down the road? So it's a clever, funny, kind of kitschy thing, but it's neat to do and neat to see. Model X has Santa Mo where it'll sing and dance for you. You know, the charging port Easter egg where you push the button 10 times and it flashes all the different colors of the rainbow. You know, little things like that are just kind of nice, and it's fun things that they didn't have to put in there. Little things like that that are kind of neat, that I think are fun. It's fun to find, it's fun to hear about, it's fun to try. You know, it's just kind of a neat feature of Teslas that you just don't have any other EVs anyway, at least not like this. So, you know, definitely number 5 for me is the Easter eggs. This number 6 is, unfortunately, it's not a feature of my Model Y, but I would love for Elon to add it, so I'm going to throw it in here just in case he's listening. I know the Model S and the Model X, the new one anyway, they have an air ride suspension that's actually synced up to the GPS of the car. So like, for example, you can raise and lower it on your own, but it'll automatically do it for you. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to back out of your driveway and you're raising your car up so you don't scrape, it'll automatically trigger that, remember it, and do it on its own for you. It's got a similar kind of feature when you do the auto tilt of the mirrors. You can fold the mirrors in at certain places, like say you go to a parking garage every day, you go to the car wash, something like that. You can fold those mirrors in, and then you don't have to worry about them you know, getting hit or dinged or whatever. Well, the car will kind of keep track of your GPS when you do that, and then next time you get to that same exact spot, it'll present it to you. Do you want to fold the mirrors in? Or it'll just automatically do it for you if you have it set, which is amazing and a super neat feature. Well, they have that with the air ride suspension too. I don't know of any other car that has that. They might, but I'm not sure on that one either. So, you know, I think that's a super neat, cool feature of Tesla's, the GPS, geosynchronous, synchronicity of some of the features that the car has, so you don't have to constantly be pushing the button. So that part of it I think is definitely cool. And then it kind of goes into some of the safety and security of the car. You know, you talk about like when you're driving, people often use cameras for dash cams. Well, the Tesla has it built in. You have an actual USB drive that you put in the car, and it actually keeps track of your driving, you know, for in case there's an incident. It records 10 minutes at a time in kind of a loop, overwrites itself constantly unless something happens. A dramatic driving experience, you change lanes quickly or brake fast, or you hit the horn, it'll automatically save that function too, so, or that event. You know, that kind of stuff it's really neat to have. And then the Sentry mode, when you park your car, you know that it's kind of protected. It'll flash at people that get close. It records the instances for you. It's just kind of nice. It's nice to have. It's a nice feature. I know other cars kind of have that too again, but you know, it's a nice feature of Tesla's to have the dash cam and Sentry mode built into the car. And then even now with the new refreshed console update, you actually have the USB drive in a locked glove box, which is even safer. Harder to steal, I guess, if somebody wanted your footage. And then, you know, on top of that, in addition to it, it's kind of my number 8, you have, you know, wraparound cameras. There's 8 cameras around the car. There's even going to be more, I think, when they put more stuff in the car with Tesla Vision. But, you know, you have 8 cameras around the car that, you know, gives you everything except for that bird's eye view. Elon's promised that coming down the road. It's just not here yet. Everything but the bird's eye view you can get from, you you know, from the 8 cameras around the car, you can see, you know, backing in, pulling into tight spaces, backing out of areas. You know, certainly if somebody gets near your car, you have enough camera angles to get the footage, which is really nice. So you can have, you know, the protection and the coverage that you want. But also, you know, it doesn't help if you record something if you can't understand or see what the car is trying to show you. So it's nice to have all those cameras in there. And like I said, more of them are coming down the road too. Number 9 for me, and this is almost rounding up my list. You know, it's hard for me to go back to a regular car. I have a gas vehicle also, but I almost hate jumping in there because I hate carrying keys. I've got my wallet, I got my phone in my pocket. I don't want my keys scratching my phone. I hate my pockets being bulky. So, one of the cool things with Teslas, in fact, one of the coolest things with Teslas is that there's no key. But you've actually got, you have a key card. It looks like a credit card. It's black, everything looks fancy and neat. And then you've also got your phone, right? People say, what happens if your phone dies? Honestly, I never don't have my phone. There's wireless charging in the car. I have charging at home. So, you know, not that I can't, you know, not that my phone can't die, because it could, but I keep the, you know, the credit card key in my phone, in my pocket as a backup anyway. So I've always got a way to get in the car and drive, but really I keep it in case I need to give it to like a valet or it's going to somebody else or something like that. That's the only reason why I have the credit card part of it. But so, you know, definitely having the phone key and the physical key is super neat, and I love it more than anything. This gives me my last feature. You see that I got a golden retriever dog back there. Never want him to be uncomfortable. He does travel with us a lot. He goes around with us a lot. He's actually going to daycare today, or going to boarding today. But, you know, we take him all the time with us, and it's super hot outside. And the last thing I would ever want to do is leave a dog or anything in a car that's hot. So dog mode. Teslas have dog mode. You can put it in dog mode. It shows up on the screen, tells everybody that's looking at the car exactly what's happening in the vehicle, the temperature that it's set at, that it's in dog mode. We have a dog back there. We want him to be safe and comfortable and happy. You know, running into the store, I can throw it in dog mode. I know that he's going to be a cool 70 degrees or whatever we have in the car. We have our windows heavily tinted anyway, but it's nice to know that he's going to be protected and safe and everything like that. So definitely rounding up my top 10 is dog mode, especially for dog owners. It's a fantastic way to kind of end the list or round it out. So let me know if there's anything that I forgot in there. Let me know if there's anything that you would have added or you would have thought of a little bit differently. But, you know, you guys know the routine. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the videos, watching all the videos that we have up here. But, you know, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and you stay safe out there. Thanks a lot, guys.